Hello and welcome back to XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. So in this episode, I want to talk about another special class, which is the Psi Operative. They are kind of recruited from XCOM pool, but they're a little different, and I'll show you why. So you unlock it later in the game when you have access to the Psi labs, and you can train up to two um, XCOM soldiers as Psi Operatives, and the way you do it, you have to recruit rookies from this recruit panel and then train them. If you have a promoted member, you cannot train them. Okay. And here you can see about the upgrade from the second cell. And how they work is a little different. Like the promotion is depends on the training. So, for example, um, every time they get training, so right now this guy is Soulless training, this guy's Soulfire training. These are basically their psychic abilities. So each time they do a little bit of training, they get to the next level. So I have this Psi Operative here who is fully trained up, and I'll show you their abilities. So, you first you get to the maximum level at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 after 6 promotions, but you can keep training them until they get all of this. So you have a fully unlocked Psi Operative, which is great. And there is a few things that absolutely makes them one of the best powerful broken classes in XCOM 2. And I'll just tell you why. And there's some stuff that looks good, but not is not actually good. Okay. So first of all, insanity. Here, this is just default. This always everyone has it. So also operative will have insanity currently. Um, I don't know why this is up top. I guess this is the default one that they trained. It can be different for everyone. I think I have a different one here, whereas Cyber. So this one has inspired. So the first one is like random. Everyone has a different one when the rookie first goes in. Anyway, so I will just go back to this guy. Um, so first insanity. Insanity is basically there's a chance of mind control, there's a chance of panic. Um, Mind control is kind of depends on their will. It's not always triggered, but it's kind of guaranteed that insanity will um, make your target at least not attack you or do anything against you for the next 1 or 2 turns minimum. So they'll get panicked or something like that, right? If they get uh, if they get like mind control, that's like a bonus. But yeah, even if they don't get mind control, even remember, insanity mind control is not permanent compared to domination, where the mind control is permanent. This is once per game, though. The domination is once per game. Insanity is unlimited as long as much as you can get, right? All right. Inspire is like teamwork, basically. It may come in handy sometimes. It's basically a teamwork for without any bonding, so you can give it to any team members you want. Um, they need to be in a kind of in a like close radius, not too close, but around the not too far. And moving on to the adept level, stasis shield is like the same stasis that the priests cast on you, and this is especially good. You may not think about it, but when you're dealing with alien rulers, they take a reaction shot every time you take a turn, not a full turn, just every time one of your soldiers take a shot. So Sis's shield can actually neutralize them for one whole turn. That's really good. Also, say if you encounter a very big pod, say there is a sector pod, there is mutants, heavy mechs, right? It's a mess, right? What do you do? So you can use stasis shield to calm down a bit. You can lower your target. So say you put the stasis shield on the sectopod, so you don't have to worry about that big guy this turn. Even on the next turn, like they don't do much. So they become neutralized on your turn, and on the next turn, um, they don't take any action, right? So that's how you can use it. So you can manage your battlefield, crowd control, right? You can also use it on friendlies. How that works, I never used it that way, but how I think it may work in theory is that if someone is really close to death and you don't want him to die, it's like a very, highly trained person, someone, whatever, you can it's just steal them and they'll protect them for one turn, right? Soul Steal is basically you get your heals, kind of a heal, indirect heal, where when you do, where is Soulfire? Soulfire is not here. The Soulfire is, I think, kind of a default ability probably, so everyone uses it. See, Soulfire. Soulfire is like guaranteed damage that does guaranteed damage, ignoring armor and stuff. So Soul Steel basically gives your Soulfire a, you know, healing ability for yourself. It's not really needed that much. Stasis is more needed. So if you have to choose, you go for Stasis. I just like to train on everything once if I have the chance. But if you have to choose, just Stasis is way better. Coming to this level, uh, I would go for Solace. This is way more useful. This is like a mind shield, but for your squad, right? So this is a backup option for your healing specialist. Because I had one incident I remember where one of my specialists, I only brought one specialist in that map, and it was one of the mission critical missions, and I had to kind of let go of one of my people because my specialist was knocked out by a berserker, and I had nobody to revive the specialist, right? So yeah, if I had a Psi Operative with Solace, I could have just moved the Psi Operative close to the unconscious soldier and they would gain consciousness. This also helps negate mind control. So if you have, say, a priest or a sectopod, not sectopod, sorry, sectoid mind control you, you can just stand next to them and Solace will immediately lift that. So immediately, right? And you just move beside them. The Psi Operative has a blue aura around it, if you notice closely. Once the soldier is within that aura, it activates automatically. Sustain, I would still get it, especially when your Psi Operative is this highly trained. You don't want to lose it. So I had actually had one of my Psi Operatives trigger sustain once in a heated battle, one of the Avenger Defense mission. So it can come in handy, but not too much. If you're playing good, you shouldn't have to trigger sustain a lot. Um, Schism is great. It's better than Fortress, I would just say, because I believe in XCOM, you can never defend enough. The more offensive you go, the better. So Schism actually helps with that. So you can start your move with Insanity and say it's a very tough enemy. If you put Insanity on them, it'll also rupture the target, which means they take +3 damage, right? So there's that. So it's easier to tell them later, right? Fuse, it sounds nice, but in practice, I haven't really found a use for it. Maybe once or twice, but most of the time, the other abilities are so much more useful that I never get to use Fuse much, right? So if I had to choose, I'd choose Domination. which is permanently mind control the enemy, and it doesn't obviously work on chosen or rollers. In terms of picking your target, normally you just pick the target that is the highest concern for you. But for example, Codex is a high priority target, Muton is a high priority target, Vipers are. But if you have to choose in a battlefield with like three, four different people, if it's available, I would go for the Priest. Priests suck. Like priests are a low priority target for you, but how they can work in your favor is that they also have stasis, and priests are like a crowd control unit, right? So if you're overwhelmed, the priest can actually stasis the enemy. So besides providing a target for them, like you can domination kinds of works like make beacon in a way because you can put that XCOM soldier up front and they take all of it. But also the priest can stasis other enemies. So, you have an extra stasis to, use because all the other mind control soldiers, they're not really very good. They just kind of miss and stuff. So I like if there is an option, I would prefer the priest. If not, then probably the mutant. Archon would be the very last. And then, Lancer could be, you know. Um, the last on the list would be probably Viper. Vipers are still flimsy. I'd rather just take them out, um, even though they're very dangerous. Okay, coming to the last one, both of them are good. But if you have to choose, choose Wide Rift. This is especially good for organics, and there is a chance that Insanity will trigger on Wide Rift. And when I found it especially good is when there is chrysalids on the map. So everyone converges on one unit, tries to attack it, and you do the Wide Rift in there that attacks that whole row, right? And it has a big radius, right? And there's a good chance that a couple of chrysalids will become mind control. There's that. Right. Now, Nolans is not bad. I'd probably pick up both, right? It ignores cover and everything else, right? So yeah, so that's the abilities.
Most of our new recruits have never
In
worked in
terms of
close quarters with the Avenger.
loadout,
Before the war, we might
they
have had
have
time for
like the
training, but
plasma
now
rifle, magnetic
we're
rifle,
gonna have to
depending
pick
on the
things up
stage
on the
you're in,
fly.
right? You don't really use the rifle much, so you can just choose whatever, right? And the most important upgrade is this one, because you get extra side bonus for this. Also, if you want to get like a mimic beacon or say flashbang, just in case, then they are a good candidate for it because they cannot be mind controlled, right? So if I want to have a backup flashbang to, for whatever reason, I put it on this guy, right? So yeah, so that is my take on Psi Operatives. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I have a few videos, two Psi Operatives in one of my campaign runs, and I'll probably by the time you watch this, it might be already out. So I wanted to do a kind of a five squad Psi Operative team or six squad, I guess. That's why I'm training, more Psi Operatives. So once I have like six, I'll do a kind of a six team Psi Operative mission just to showcase their abilities. Yeah. So that is Psi Operatives and how they work. If you have any extra tips, if you found this useful, do leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think of the video, if you want more like it, or if you have any questions. Thanks for this.